Oh, this is it, everybody. I think I am fully and utterly cooked. I was studying Acacia's new 3D model, but I was too distracted by all of her features to concentrate. Gamer girl, silver hair, bare feet. This felt like a targeted attack. But in the end, I managed to regain my focus and learn some forbidden 3D techniques that I'll share with you. First, for some context, Snowbreak gives you the ability to marry your characters, and this is not regular content. It only happens during milestones like their anniversaries. You're not limited to only one. This can be done with multiple characters, and it comes with a bunch of content like the whole ceremony experience, story, and my favorite for research purposes, interactive 3D scenes that let you play with and see the characters up close. And we're actually gonna study these eye-popping visuals. Acacia Chrono Echo is dual form, and she got her Covenant this update, giving us not 1 but 4 times the fun in-game and in Blender. When I saw that they let you push her tablet into her chest, I immediately had to whip it out. And by it, I mean the Lattice technique, because I wanted to try this myself. So I just squashed down a cube to simulate the tablet, added a lattice to my scene, and scaled it to about the size of the tablet. Moving it into place, I changed the W and U resolutions to 8, and the V resolution to 4. This gave me some points to work with, so when I switched into edit mode, I selected these points in the middle and pushed them out closer to the edge on all 3 dimensions. This is how the deformation will be controlled. I'm going to actually make the lattice thicker so that it can deform deeper, and have the iPad sit at the edge of it. Then I select the lattice, shift select the iPad, Control P, parent object, keep transform. Then on her body mesh, I add a lattice modifier and set the object to the lattice. And with just that, we can simulate the pressing effect. I just tweaked the offset so it's perfect, and made the material transparent so that we could see it in action. This technique is going to be perfect for those animations I've always wanted to make, such as a marshmallow animation. Her Covenant skin's base form also has this fun feature where you can slide her sock up and down her leg. Can lattice also be used for this? I mean, you could if you really wanted to, but another solution for actually both of these interactions is just some shape keys. Since they're isolated movements anyway, we don't need real physics or cloth simulations. Just sync the blend shape with the animation of the sock being pulled up into the leg. Now, usually on this channel, we highlight specific isolated parts of the character design, but one thing that Snowbreak's models does pretty excellently is the cohesive overall design identity. For example, I know for sure one goal of their models is emphasizing their smooth, supple skin and having strong close-ups. As we covered in our texturing video, gradients and additional line art are rendered on top of the base body texture, but Snowbreak chooses to minimize the use of line in texture, in favor of focusing on their gentle gradients, which have the advantage of the texture resolution not obviously breaking when magnified. Additionally, hands and feet are often victims of polygon budget cut, but this is never the case in Snowbreak due to their commitment to gorgeous and detailed visuals up close. So if you're similarly going for that smooth, creamy style, then fortunately for you, some of their models are already 95% of what you can reference from a base model in terms of painted details. They're particularly good with hands, especially on the palm side, shoulder blades, belly buttons, kneecaps, and the breast to deltoid area. There's also the often occluded or omitted butt and sole details, so that you can have a crack at it yourself. One thing I find both hilarious and impressive is their designer's ability to reveal lots of skin while still having intricate, detailed clothing designs. Their Covenant designs accomplish this by having lots of this skin-hugging type of embellishment. Okay, check out how this is implemented. The leg mesh, so around like these areas would be duplicated, slightly offset so that it doesn't clip into itself. Then the transparent shape is cut out to optimize the size and number of points used. Now, Mr. 2, why don't they just draw it onto the same leg texture if they're gonna be right on top of the skin anyway? Good question. The reason is this allows them to not be tied down to the same resolution that the skin is using. Like we mentioned, a strength of their skin is that it can be packed into a smaller texture and lose negligible quality due to the gradient heavy nature of it, while their clothing details texture is actually double the resolution. It also makes sense when you think of the method of painting. When you airbrush details onto the body, you can do it in 3D space, while fabric details like this cross-hatching make more sense to be done in 2D space with its UV layout laid out flat for that perfectly uniform hatch. Similarly, they use alpha planes on some of these flowers, which is a neat trick. Just duplicate a bunch of these simple planes and then create the detailed edges with transparency. Then you can just arrange them in a circle to have this decent looking flower. On top of that, they increase the complexity of the Covenant designs with beautiful materials and fabrics. There's lots of love here when you zoom up close with the starry overlays, various micro textures accomplished by normal maps, and look how there's even attention to detail with the rigging on this veil, where the realistic movement really sells the fabric type. Looking at it up close, it looks like it's multiple mesh layers, but it's really not. It's only one layer. The reason it looks so rich, as we mentioned, that texture is hard carrying. Pretty impressive how much can be compressed onto this small patch on a 2K texture. It's literally maximizing every single pixel. Then everything is tied together with this immaculate color grading, giving their visuals a vibrant and pleasant pop. This is accomplished with high saturation but low contrast, and works best with their designs that have strong colors and gradients. They wisely also made their eye whites more gray, so it works well with the skin tone and separates the iris highlights. Strong designs have the big picture in mind while still having interesting individual elements. So going really up close, here's some things that stood out. Her hair has this crystal-like rendering on the bottom half of it, giving it that unique touch and going well with that gradient. The provided MMD model doesn't feature this, it's just all gray, so you know I had to do what I do. First, I added a pink and blue gradients to the bottom half of the hair, with the black segment being just where the base texture kicks in. And I can control exactly where this starts by the location of this empty. I also use that same point to control the roughness and the weight. Now wherever the gradient is, we also have this crystal-like texture on the hair. And on the top half, it's still normal hair. Then I just grabbed a random gem texture and added it onto the hair gradient to get similar fractures to how it looks in game. That's pretty much it. Oh, I'm addicted to bloom. Do this in your compositing node if you want to add that bloom. Shift A, search for bloom, plop it in, adjust the settings, and in your viewports, change the compositor to always. Streaks. It's crazy. That's a little excessive. Her big form's face is also my favorite face design so far. Face power creep is real, and there's something really pretty about this that I can't really describe. The base skins are also top notch, like no complaints here. I love this fishtail braid. Someone's gotta give the sauce, man. Look at this. Like how? The edges are in fact aligned for these main big braids. I gotta get in the lab. So if you can get that main structure down, all it takes is these few stray strands to complete the look. Here's another new skin on this patch, and look at those light wrinkles on her stockings around the knee area. Unfortunately also not included in the MMD model. My guess would be a baked normal map from a high poly version. So many skins, so many girls, so little time. If you want to experience all these lovely characters for yourself, then don't hesitate to download Snowbreak today. It's available on all of these platforms, and it's the best time to start because new players can get up to 130 pulls, a free SSR character and weapon, 3 free outfits, and when you log in on February 12th, you can get another free SSR character, Marion Aquila. I myself eased into this game super fast and pain-free since it's a breeze to keep up with. Thanks to lightning fast dailies that you can clear in under 1 minute, the fact that it's very free to play friendly with every update gifting all players a limited SSR, and of course it has fun and relaxing shooting gameplay. Perfect for scratching that shooter itch. Link is in the description, or you can just scan this QR code. I just love how Snowbreak always delivers without holding back. Infuse Me with XP is a crazy title, by the way. Does that need to have the clouds over it? You can feel the what?
Max level is how many stars again? 5 stars.
That must have been quite the VA session indeed. Also, no, I don't care what anyone says. The whole arcade concept is actually cooking. They actually cooked with that concept. Anyways, I hope you learned something today. Here on the 2 AM channel, we strive to redirect our love of hot 3D anime girls into education. Unexpectedly, we got some inspiration from a couple of interactive scenes today. So if there's other interesting aspects or interactions from the game that you're curious about on the technical side of things, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I'm always down to study more hot anime women. Thanks for watching, my goats, and I'll see you with the next upload. Have yourselves a good night.